Hello, I'm Rebecca Sherrill, Charities Program Manager with the Office of the Secretary of State. Giving to help others is an important way to make our lives and those of others better. Creating a giving plan helps to ensure that your donations are being used responsibly, ethically, and for the causes that matter most to you. If you do that, you'll be giving what you can afford and to those charities you know and care about. My staff hears complaints from people who have been victimized by charity scams, and we want to give you some tools to protect yourself. So now here in scenario 1, Richard has just come back from his mailbox with the usual number of charitable requests.
Let's see. Bill. Charity. Junk. Charity. Magazine. Charity. Charity. Address labels. Oh, they're pretty nice. What does it say here? From the Society for Abandoned and Abused Animals. Poor little critters. Well, look, since they sent me these labels, I guess I might send them a couple of bucks.
This particular scam uses animals in need to tug at your heartstrings, and it often works. Richard chose to give to a charity for abused animals, but he didn't even look to see if it was registered with our office. Nor did he check to see how his money would be used. On top of that, after he sends it in, the volume of his charity mail increased substantially. That's because the charity sells their donor list. Now, what would happen if Richard handled this differently?
They sent me some address labels. But they're not registered with the Secretary of State. And the address says the money gets sent to Minnesota. Well, I think I'll pass on this one, but I'm going to keep the labels. They're not half bad. I'm going to put them in the shredder just to be safe. What's this? Oh, this is from the food bank where my niece volunteers. I want to give locally. And it says here, it's got all the information. They're registered with the Secretary of State. I'm going to send them a few bucks this month.
Richard chose local as one of his criteria for giving. Some other criteria you might have would be specific causes, such as cancer or diabetes research, helping hungry children, or abandoned animals. There are so many worthy causes, but you'll do well to pick some that are dear to you and only give what you can afford. In scenario 2, Jackie's being heckled by some incessant telemarketers.
Hello?
Hi, is this Jackie Lancaster?
Yes, who's calling?
I'm calling you because your local police need your help.
They do?
Yes, we're conducting a special drive to raise funds for the widows and children of police who've been killed in the line of duty, and you can help. For a small donation of $50, you'll receive a free gift, and your donation will help support police families.
I couldn't give that amount.
You can't afford not to donate. Without the police, you could be in danger. If we don't support their families, we won't be able to have enough police to help you. You have to give for your own safety.
Well, I guess I could give $25.
Well, every bit helps, but it would be better if you could give $50. Can't you find a way to trim an extra $25 off your budget? It is for the police, after all.
I guess I could do that.
That's great. I'll send a courier right over. You do have cash, don't you? You help us even more by giving cash. That way we don't have to pay a fee on a check. Actually, you know what? If you want, you can just give me your bank account number and we can do an electronic transfer. That way, we'd save you even more time and effort.
Now this fundraiser just broke every rule that applies to requests for donations in Washington State. He didn't say his name, who he works for, what charity he's raising money for, or where they're located. Not to mention how disrespectful he was. He was also pretty insistent that the donation be made in cash. That should alert you right there that something is wrong. First, it's illegal to send a courier to pick up your donation in Washington State. Additionally, don't ever give your bank account information over the phone. How could Jackie have handled this differently?
Hello.
Hi, is this Jackie Lancaster?
Yes, who's this?
I'm calling you because your local police need your help.
And who are you?
My name's Jason.
And who do you work for, Jason?
I work for the Ethical Fundraisers in Walla Walla, Washington, and we're having a special drive to raise funds for the widows and children of police who've been killed in the line of duty. For the small donation of $50, you can help.
And what organization are you raising funds for, Jason?
The Police Guild in your area.
Are you registered with the Secretary of State?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, we are.
And how much of my donation will go toward helping the families of police who've been killed in the line of duty?
Well, all of it, I guess. Well, most of it, anyway.
Well, I need to give this some thought before I make a decision. But you have a nice day, Jason.
Wait a minute.
A little twerp.
Whenever anyone contacts you asking for a donation, you need to take a couple of steps to make sure your money is going where you want it to go. You always have the right to ask questions to be sure of the identity of the organization you are giving to and that the person on the phone is genuine. High-pressure pitches or fast-talking solicitors are often signs of fly-by-night organizations that are more interested in your money than the good works. If you're uncomfortable with anything about a solicitor's request, ask the organization to send you written material. When you get it, look it over carefully, do a little research, check with the Secretary of State's office, the Better Business Bureau, or Charity Navigator. If someone calls you claiming to be a family member who's in trouble and needs you to send money, ask personal questions that only that family member will know the answers to. We're seeing a rash of these kinds of calls, and unfortunately too many people are believing it's a family member and are losing significant amounts of money. Also, be careful when donating online. Websites, pop-up windows, and emails can all look legitimate, but they deserve a second look as well. As the donor, you're the boss. You have the power to say yes or no, but do your research first. Knowledge is the key to combating fraud. If you'd like to know more about a specific charity, telemarketer, or even how to reduce the amount of charitable solicitations you receive in the mail, please contact the Secretary of State's Charities program. If you're calling from Washington State, the toll-free number is 1-800-332-GIVE. Callers local to Olympia may dial 360-725-0378. We'll be happy to answer your questions or supply written materials to help you. Remember, as long as you can afford it, giving is good, but you should always give wisely.